found on the wall behind the refrigerator, the obesity murder scene.
Long is the way and hard that out of hell leads up to light.
It's from Milton. Paradise Lost.
All right, I'm confused.
It means that this is beginning. This was found behind the same refrigerator, written in Greece. There are 7 deadly sins, Captain. Gluttony.
On this week's episode of Advanced Cruise Control, we take a look at the Mae Young Classic finals,
as well as have a hot topic discussion of toxicity in gaming.
and we wrap it all up with our review of it.
Also, be sure to check out our YouTube channel for the video format of this podcast, the first ever here at Advanced Cruise Control, at keepit88.com.
Fasten your seatbelts. Advanced Cruise Control starts now.
What's up, guys?
Welcome to Advanced Cruise Control.
I'm Annie Cruz.
I'm Steve Vance.
And you're listening to episode 4.
Is this 4?
4.
We've done 4.
4, but first video.
First, but this is the first. You can see us.
That's right. Speaking of seeing, though,
You can't see me.
you can now, I mean, obviously, if you're watching this, you probably know about our YouTube channel, but there's an easier way of remembering our YouTube channel. How is that, Steve?
You go to keepit88.com. So, keepit88.com.
Yeah, subscribe. And if you're already subscribed,
Like, subscribe,
comment. Tell
That
your
whole
friends.
thing.
Tell your friends about us and all that good stuff.
Write Keep It 88 in bathrooms all over the city. What else can they do to...
Well, we have stickers coming.
Yeah, we have stickers coming that you'll be getting.
It'll be fun.
Will be getting.
Well,
let's dive right in.
Let's dive right in because...
Let's dive right in.
What did we just finish watching, Steve?
The Mae Young Classic.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. My favorite person in the Mae Young Classic won this whole thing.
Yes. Oh my God.
Which surprised the hell out of me.
Remember, I said that we both wanted her to win.
Of course.
And you were like so very...
I had a theory.
Idea of what's her name?
Shayna Baszler winning, and then the 4 horsewomen coming in, and there being some kind of an angle, for those with the inside wrestling terms, occurring with the 4 horsewomen of WWE versus the 4 horsewomen of UFC. So apparently that's not... Well, that might happen still.
I think they're still going to do something with it because
it's going to happen.
The whole time, all the episodes that they aired with from
they just kept talking about the
they
horsewomen.
just kept talking about it, so it was like, something is going to happen with this. I know that for a fact.
And they're all training. They're all training.
Yeah.
At, right here in Venice.
Yeah.
For WWE. So
you know that something's going to happen with that, regardless of the fact that Kairi Sane won. But let's just talk about that real quick because
Kairi Sane is so dope.
You see how excited I got in my
very
seat?
excited.
I was like, oh my God. Yeah.
That elbow that she does
is
amazing.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone's whole body just contort.
Yeah,
and the weight of that elbow.
She gets so much air too, and you know the reason why is because she's so tiny.
80 pounds.
She's like 80 pounds, climbs onto the top like a little monkey, and then she just launches herself into the air.
Unreal.
Her body just folds. It looks like it's folding.
Yeah, it really does.
And then she just bam!
Just the impact.
Man, and fucking Shayna Baszler is like.
Shayna's a big girl.
Bigger than her.
Shayna's a big girl.
So, she killed it. I enjoyed that. What was your favorite part about the whole thing?
Honestly, just seeing the exposure to these new female wrestlers from all around the world and realizing that, WWE isn't the end-all, be-all for discovering talent.
Right,
it's where you need to be to go to that next level. Mm-hmm. But to hear about, the girl from Scotland, Piper Niven.
Yeah.
Who else was in this? Oh, actually, spoiler alert, the NXT tapings just occurred because they taped the NXT tapings for September and October.
Can we just talk about it for a minute? Who we saw in the audience of that episode that I got really excited to see too?
Who we see in the audience?
Asuka.
Oh, Asuka, who is now going to Raw. They announced that too.
Just speaking of NXT, you mentioned it. I was like, oh yeah, Asuka.
Yeah, no, she relinquished the title and now she's going to Raw. So I guess what's going to happen is Kairi Sane is going to be in some kind of a multi-woman match at the next TakeOver in Houston, where they're going to determine the new NXT Women's Champion.
Okay.
Which will be really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm super. It's a great time to watch wrestling.
It really is.
It is. This is the renaissance of wrestling. Like, I understand the Attitude Era. Everybody's like, oh, 97 to 2000, the Attitude Era and all that stuff. But I mean, that was 17 years ago. In the last 17 years, it really hasn't been a lot of stuff.
Wow. Yeah.
This is really cool. Sticking with WWE, what else is in the news?
There's some WWE in the news.
There is the first gameplay trailer.
That's right. We
2K18.
saw that. Yeah.
Looks dope.
That looks really fun. There was like you don't just wrestle in the ring. There's like all these different areas,
a lot of
like
backstage areas.
Yeah, in the garage, on top of a car.
Yep. You see AJ Styles doing the Styles Clash onto a limo.
Yeah.
That was cool. Shane O'Mac with his signature weird punching combo.
They look just like them too.
They look just like it. Funny. It's really, really scary. Like it's dead on. Like
Nakamura's hair,
Knox got his little thing.
It's like whoever, because when they make video games and they use real bodies to like do the movements and stuff like that. It's very interesting when you see games based on real people and like when they do all the signature moves.
Well, they have to do like a facial scanning and the body scanning, 'cause especially with wrestling. I mean, these people are known every week.
Oh yeah,
of course. So they're very well known. People know their characteristics and their mannerisms. So that trailer came off really, really well done.
Yeah.
And they played one of my favorite songs during that trailer.
What was the song, Steve?
A little Motley Crue. Start your heart. What says WWE 2K18 better than Motley Crue?
I can get down with that.
Well, it's good because they run this like hip hop vibe for a while. They had like Machine Gun Kelly.
They were kind of doing that for a while. I noticed. Yeah.
Yeah, they have Machine Gun Kelly. They love Flo Rida. WWE loves Flo Rida. Anything they do, they can bring in.
Oh, Flo. It took me a minute.
Florida.
Florida. I'm not gonna lie.
You thought I was saying Florida.
No. When Flo Rida first came out, I was like, Florida.
Florida.
Flo Rida.
Flo Rida.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man. It's my house.
I'm ignorant with the rap music. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways.
It's good. So I'm really excited for that game coming up. What else we got in the news here?
Let's get serious here for a minute.
Okay.
You want to get serious here for a minute?
Should I pop another button?
Maybe pop another button. Okay, let's get serious. I want to talk about toxicity in gaming.
Whoa. All right. Let's get deep.
Because you play Overwatch, right?
I love Overwatch.
I'm just now getting into Overwatch, right? Because, I've talked over and over again about, like, I have to finally play this game. And, there was a situation that happened recently.
Right.
With the lead designer.
Okay.
Of the game.
I think I heard about this.
I guess there's just so much fighting going on online.
Right. Because think about this. I mean, all these first-person shooters, you're going to have those people on there who are going to be disrespectful to the other team and their own teammates.
People get very serious in playing online.
Well, they also get seriously offensive. I mean, look at PewDiePie. Shout out to PewDiePie. Not so much. But yeah, I mean, they're trying to limit this. Plus, the thing with that video that he released...
Oh, Jeff Kaplan was his name. That's right.
Jeff Kaplan, the designer.
He
released this video. And he basically... They're the first game that really said, like, listen, this is taking away from us releasing content. Because now we have to police everybody.
Yeah.
And we have to, find these different... time and resources that normally want to put new content out. Well, now we have to figure out, like, flagging systems and all these different reporting systems and all this different stuff.
What's interesting to me is that it's like, that must mean that there's a lot of stuff going down during the game, that like online gameplay, for them to like really take it seriously to this level to where he has to put out I guess like what was that video that he put out?
I mean, it was basically like a warning.
Like a warning announcement, I guess.
If you guys want more content, cut the shit.
They're like, we're gonna stop putting content out until you guys calm down.
Well, they said he banned like 500,000 accounts.
Wow.
For disciplinary action.
500,000.
So that just goes to show, puts you in perspective.
Wait, so banning, now is this a permanent ban or just a ban from the game? Like,
I just remember him saying there was 500,000 accounts with disciplinary action taken.
Okay. Because see me, I've dealt with toxicity in
you're
gaming
a
before.
female gamer.
Exactly, and this is actually, I'm actually kind of glad we're talking about this right now because one of the online games that I like to partake in online is Call of Duty. I like to play online, multiplayer, shooting. I've talked many times about the clan of girls that I play with. And sometimes, I have, like, guy friends that I'll play with as well, too. But more specifically, when I'm with a group of girls, obviously with the headsets, this was kind of more so on the PS3, because when the PS4 came out, they kind of changed it to where they did the party system. So you're an Xbox guy.
Xbox is always party.
Yeah, so like
all the time.
On the PS4, they made it to where you can create a party, which means that you invite your friends into this group and you can only hear each other while you're playing, which is kind of funny because it's like
that's how I normally play.
Yeah, because when I started playing on the PS4, it was so different for me. I was like, whoa, we can't hear anybody else in the room. You'd have to like leave the party to be able to go and talk shit in the lobby that you happen to be in. So I think that was their way of trying to fix things, I guess. But it still hasn't changed. Like, I've received so many...
I can't even imagine.
So many messages. It went from, like, the PS3 days when you could actually hear people audibly talk shit to you, and then all you could do is just mute. Like, okay, I'm just going to mute you. Now, with the whole party system on the PS4, now I just get, like, angry messages. Like
DMs?
Like DMs. Why don't you go back to the kitchen and make me a sandwich, whore? Like,
wow, that's...
What? I've actually gotten worse ones that I can't think of at the top of my head, and some that I shouldn't even repeat here.
Probably not.
But yeah, like, people get so bent out of shape.
Right.
And then they try to turn it into a gender thing too, like I said, with me and my girls, like, oh, you bunch of sluts, you whores. Like, okay, we're playing video games. What does that have to do with us shooting you? What does that have to do with me beating you at this game? I don't know, but
You know what's funny too? I was talking to people about this whole disciplinary action thing, and now people are almost being overtly nice to the point where it's trolling.
Really?
Yeah, where they're just being so kind of like, oh man, you just did such a great shot. You're such a great shot. Look at this guy. He's a great... Like, they just do it overtly.
So they're just trolling
Which I think
now
is great because it's more creative. It's more fun. They're just calling somebody the N-word.
It's like almost kind of condescending too. Like,
yeah, and that's the kind of comedy I like.
You did so good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if my teammates were so smart, they're so smart. Look how smart my teammates are.
Oh, my teammates are great, right? And I don't even know you people, but you're awesome. Wow. Okay, so wait, that's what's going on with Overwatch specifically, or are you talking about just
in Overwatch? In
Overwatch.
It's been noticed in the PC community that people I've talked to who play PC Overwatch.
Yeah.
They've noticed tremendously this amount of new trolling going on, where it's like positive trolling, which is hilarious.
Is there a name for that now? Positive trolling.
We
just
did that. Hashtag positive trolling. Get it out there.
Where you're like being nice, but you're not being nice, I guess. Positive trolling?
Well, that's the ultimate form of trolling, is just like, appeasing someone else's rules, but still kind of sticking it to them at the same time.
A pause troll?
A pause troll.
Which could also, be...
Pause troll sounds like something
troll.
to treat a STD. I had to pick up my pause
POS troll.
Yeah.
A piece of shit troll. A positive troll. Kind of goes both ways.
I like that. We should start a poll on our Twitter of the best positive trolling insult.
Actually, yeah, we should.
And we'll send the winner
or tweet us at Advanced CruiseCon and let us know what kind of...
You can tweet us. That's true.
Because I've seen a lot of...
Can we do this little thing where...
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. Now you have to put it there. That's good, right?
At Advanced CruiseCon.
At Advanced CruiseCon. Tweet us your best positive trolling insult.
Yeah, your best positive.
And the winner will give like a bunch of stickers or something.
Yeah, I'll give like a bunch of stickers. We'll start there. We'll start there for now.
Start with stickers.
But okay, so I've dealt with this kind of stuff. So you being a male and you play online, especially with Overwatch, with this whole thing going on there, have you ever dealt with anything like that before?
I've been playing like online since like CS, like way back, and even StarCraft and all that stuff. And people always made fun of people. Like, that's part of trash. That's what trash talking is.
That's just what it is, though. It's just trash talking.
But the problem with now is people are so desensitized to certain things that they're letting every insult in the book fly. Like, the C word is like just common occurrence now.
Oh,
It's crazy. Like, if you ever go into one of these open chat rooms or open lobbies, you hear some of this shit coming out of the mouths of kids. Of children.
Actually, that's another thing, too, that I want to touch on from when I play Call of Duty Online, for instance. I get, like, these boys, and the reason why I know they're little boys is they sound like little girls when they talk, and I'm like, how old are you? And they're like, I'm 12, and I'm like, what?
Shouldn't even buy
kiss
that
your
game.
mother
It's
with
an
that mouth.
M-rated
You kiss
game.
your mother with that mouth. Like,
It's an
oh my
M-rated
God.
game.
The things that these kids say, too, that are sexist. Like, it's like one thing to...
They
You know,
don't
call
even
someone
know.
else an asshole, but then they'll say shit where I'm like, you're 12, you haven't even had sex yet, like, be quiet.
Well, it's this whole,
You know?
like, anonymity thing. It's like these
Yeah.
keyboard
Well,
jockeys.
it's where they have, like, the E-courage, you know what I mean? Where
Yeah,
they can hide
exactly.
they can hide behind a keyboard, but the second, if they were to run into you in person, they would never even think
It's like back
in a
when I
million
was
years
growing
to
up,
say that same stuff to you.
the telephone tough guy. You know, the
Telephone
guy
tough
who
guy.
talks to you on the phone, like, oh man, you want to bring whatever, let's do this. No, you see him in person, it's like a 12-year-old.
They're like, oh, well, I've actually dealt with that before, too. I had this girl on a message board talk massive shit about me for no reason at all. And then ran into her, because, you know, we worked in
real life?
Yeah, in real life. We worked
IRL?
together. And we run into each other in person, and she's like, hi, how are you doing? And I'm like, weren't you just saying some hateful things about me, towards me online in a message board? Like,
I think I'm really
years
going
ago,
to
yeah.
embrace this positive trolling.
You know, I kind of want to do that now.
It's
and
funny.
now I want to go online and play and just be like, oh, look at what you did. You just died.
Yeah, exactly. It's like my dad. My dad used to get the finger all the time. He had horrible road rage.
Mhm.
Now he blows people kisses, and it just confuses
That's
everyone.
the same thing,
It
right there.
confuses- it's the same thing. It's
Actually, no,
positive
that's
trolling.
true. That's
should
true.
start a whole
I've actually
campaign.
done that before. Now that I'm thinking about it, okay, this whole positive trolling, I've actually done
Or a
this
wave,
before.
like a condescending wave.
No, I've done that before.
I love
when I'm
doing
driving and then someone gets mad at me, you know, like if I'm at fault,
Yeah.
I'm like, hi.
Yeah. Like, hey, it was me. How are you? Great job. Love your Volkswagen.
Or if I'm not at fault, because it's funnier if I'm not at fault, and then instead of getting angry and flipping them off, I'm like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, hi. Do you know how to drive? Did you just get your license? Okay.
brand new.
Brand new.
Oh.
But yeah, so what I was getting ready to say too is with Overwatch, you said that they had like
They said there was disciplinary action.
That's what it was, disciplinary
against
action.
like 500,000, and I guess it like most of those, like 300,000 or something like that, or 350,000, were from their reporting system.
Okay, see now here's the thing. Like when I was playing, like I was talking about the same thing, Call of Duty, PS4, or whatever other game that I happen to be playing. Whenever I would get these disgusting messages from angry players and stuff,
Right.
I would just click report, because I'm like, some of the things I've had, like, some guy actually sent me a message talking about how he wanted to stab me to death and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, okay, that's like a death threat. So I reported it. Nothing happened. I'm sure if I mean.
Well, I think if you looked
to be
into
fair,
it, maybe...
I didn't further try to further. I could have gone online and been like, "Hey," but just the simple report button doesn't do anything. Obviously, it doesn't do anything.
Right.
And then I know that for a fact that people that were glitching, because with Call of Duty there was a lot of players you could tell if they were what do you call it?
Well, this is well beyond glitching and wall hacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is just it's just
hackers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they would get permanently banned from the system. Like they would have to get a brand new PlayStation.
Overwatch is really good with that.
Really?
You don't get a lot of glitchers. You don't get a lot of hackers.
Mm-hmm.
But these trolls, you do get trolls. But I mean, trolls are everywhere.
Trolls are everywhere. They're in everyday life.
They're not just under bridges anymore.
No, they're not. Unfortunately, sad.
Speaking of under bridges,
yes.
We are going to be reviewing It.
That's right.
We're going to show our It review. You dragged me to It.
I did.
And we have our
it's doing really well in the box office.
It is the highest
right now.
grossing horror movie of all time.
I'm really
of all time.
And I'm really curious because we're gonna go see Mother, right? That's the next film that we're gonna go see.
I'm so excited for that.
I'm really excited for it, but right now in the box office, Mother's not doing too hot.
Mother got the first ever F grade from Screen Rant.
Really?
Yeah, the first it's got an F. Which I get it, because you know why? Darren Aronofsky is not for everybody.
He's not, and just for the record, in case nobody knows.
And Black Swan did really shitty at the box office.
Did it really? I don't remember.
Really
I saw that in the
all
theater and I loved it. I remember going to the theater.
The Wrestler was not a runaway hit.
I remember well, I love The Wrestler too.
Same
but,
here.
Okay, wait, let's talk about this for a minute. What are your favorite Darren Aronofsky's films?
I gotta go with The Wrestler.
Okay.
Requiem.
Is this the order of which you like him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say Wrestler, Requiem, Black Swan, maybe The Fountain. I liked the soundtrack to The Fountain's amazing.
Okay.
Soundtrack to The Fountain might be its redeeming quality. And then his first movie, Pi.
Oh, Pi was great.
Great.
Pi was great. It's
Little
in black and white
romp.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you put that at the bottom of your favorite list?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the wrestler's number one, for obvious reasons.
I would have to say for me, oh man, this is tough. I would say Black Swan, number one
really?
for me. Yeah, I really liked Black Swan.
I liked Black Swan a lot.
I like Black Swan a lot. But I also like the wrestler, but I would put Black Swan over the wrestler. I would go Black Swan,
okay,
Requiem,
okay,
then the wrestler.
Wow. Okay.
And then, well, actually, you know what?
Requiem's just not a movie I can watch more
You know
than
what?
once.
It was a good film.
It's a great film.
But I feel like I should put that at the bottom because I always tell people, if you're going to watch Requiem...
Be ready.
Like, no, not even be ready.
Mentally prepared.
I always tell, and I used to tell this to people when I was in college. I was like, if you're going to watch Requiem, you can't be in a bad mood when you watch it. You can't be in a sad...
Make it worse.
You can't be in a bad place when you watch it. You have to be like... Even if you're happy, like, just... You know, if you've never seen it before, whatever you do, just don't watch it. If you're already in a downer mood, do not watch Requiem.
It's a very
well done film. So I mean, I guess that's definitely the kind of movie where I can't watch it over and over again.
And to be honest with you, I'm not looking at any of the reviews of Mother. I'm just seeing like the general headlines. I don't want to know anything about.
So here's the thing: despite the fact that people are giving it bad reviews, like what is it on Rotten Tomatoes right now? It's like
it's like an 85 or something.
No, not for Mother.
Oh,
Mother's like 70 something, 69.
Is it 69?
69 now. It's 69%. Yeah, Mother's 69% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I think I'll like it, though.
And then, I mean, I think I'll like it, too, because a lot of people... I mean, like you said, Black Swan wasn't a hit, but I loved it. I went to the theater, and I watched it, and I was like, okay,
the wrestler bombed.
I mean, and I like the wrestler, too. I love the wrestler.
Mickey Rourke's Resurrection.
And, yeah, so I think what it is, it's just some people either don't get it, or they're just not a fan.
Right. It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
But it's weird, though, because the number one movie in the box office right now is It, which is based on, you know, a movie 27 years ago that was a TV movie, and all of a sudden it's got this cult following.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we covered a lot of that in our review.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go too deep into it.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious because right now, okay, so It is kind of, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm
the one to get.
Just like you, I'm not reading anything. I don't want to read spoilers. I don't want to. All I know is that...
All I know is Jennifer Lawrence is in it.
Yeah, and all I know is what I've seen from the trailer, which doesn't really give that much away.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to see what that is. But here's our review.
You'll float too.
You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too.
This is gonna be fucking terrible.
So I was right. I said that I was gonna drag him here. I mean, I said I was gonna pretend like we were seeing something else, but
there it is.
We're gonna see how many times.
There it is.
How many times?
Ticket to torture.
I want to see how many times he screams. We'll see. Are you ready, Steve? Let's go do this.
Fuck this.
All right, come on.
All right, welcome to the Advanced Cruise Control review of It, the movie, the reimagined movie It. I don't know where Cruz is. She dragged me to the movie, and then she doesn't show up for the review. So this might just be a solo review. Who knows what's gonna happen? Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. First I had to sit through this fucking movie, and now I get red balloons on set with us. This is not funny. It's not funny.
You'll
Fuck! Really? You gonna do the laugh too? Fucking get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, I'm just being festive.
Oh, you're so festive, Cruz.
Yes, I know.
So festive.
Did you like the movie, Steve?
I was not a fan of the movie. I don't like scary movies, okay? It's just not my thing, all right? I mean, this one wasn't that scary, so I wasn't like too... What?
Not that scary.
It wasn't that scary. I didn't think it was that scary. I mean, it was, you know,
I don't know. I was sitting next to you the entire time we were watching the movie.
Yeah. And,
yeah.
Yeah. So what?
You didn't think it was scary?
I didn't think it was that scary.
He says it was...
I didn't think it was that scary.
You know, Steve...
there were a couple of scenes that I might have, you know, jumped at or something, but like I didn't think it was that scary.
Speaking of jumped at...
What?
So, you know, even though I was like fully engaged with the film the entire time,
as was I
happened to notice.
What'd you notice?
Every single time you jumped in your seat.
What was it like? I jumped maybe like 3 times, 4 times maybe.
Actually, according to my calculations,
really? This is what you were doing. I thought you were writing notes.
72 times.
It was a long movie. It was a long movie.
Pretty long.
It was like 2 hours long. So that's like
long.
one every 5 minutes or so.
Anyways, what was your whole?
Listen, I'm not a horror guy. I'm not a horror guy. Yeah. But as far as like it being a film, looking at it from a film perspective,
okay,
you know, I thought the story was very well crafted. Okay, I was a fan of the cinematography.
Cinematography was great.
I love the director. Yeah, he knocked it out of the park with this. He really did. Cinematically, it was a tense movie. You were very tense the entire time.
Yeah.
You know, I could do without the jump scares, for obvious reasons.
Clearly.
But, no, I really dug the way it was shot. Especially, I really love that scene when they're all in the garage and they're watching the whole movie.
That's right.
That was cool the way they did that. And just kept getting intense and more intense.
Yeah, because you know what's going to happen.
You knew it was going to happen, but like...
But then you didn't know it was going to happen.
You didn't know when it was going to happen, because it just seems like it should have happened like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was really well... I really liked that part of the movie. So as far as that goes, I did like it. You know, I was much younger when I saw the original, and I was very scarred for life for it. This one, I think that if I had seen it... If I saw it, you know, since I saw it now at this age...
The remake or the...
remake.
The remake, okay.
So now seeing it at this age... You know, I don't think I would be as scarred.
Really?
Clowns.
Yeah, because when you were a child...
But when I was a kid...
How old were you when you saw the miniseries?
Man, it came out, what, 89?
It's like 89,
so
90.
4.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was like 4.
I can see how that could scar you
so
for
that
life.
kind of fucked me up for a little bit, man.
But it's very interesting, though, when you think about it, because when you look at Tim Curry's Pennywise, for instance, right, in the original It...
He wasn't nearly as scary as this guy.
Yeah, I feel like his... I mean, obviously,
well,
the voice...
CGI, they had all kinds of different tricks for this one.
Wait, CGI in the new one?
Yeah, with the new one, with his, like, eyes and stuff.
Okay, actually, you want to know a fun fact. Okay. So Bill Skarsgård, okay,
who was brilliant
first of all,
in this movie.
Young actor, right? He was in Hemlock Grove.
Yep.
He's like one of the Skarsgård brothers and sons and all that. So many Skarsgårds in Hollywood, but
are they the new Baldwins?
I guess, I don't know. No, but it's interesting because when they first said that he was cast as Pennywise, you know, everybody was kind of like, oh, he's young, you know, like how's he gonna do?
I think he's like 30, right?
I think he's like our age.
Yeah,
he's like around definitely either. I want to say he's 27.
Okay, all right.
He's like late 20s. I don't think he's 30 yet, but he's definitely, you know, late 20s. But what's interesting about the whole, you know, your comment about the CGI thing, the director actually he actually went to Bill Skarsgård and said, hey, I want to do some crazy CGI with your eyes, but Skarsgård was like, actually, funny story, I can actually do this weird thing with my eyes. Because do you remember seeing that in the movie? There's that scene
I don't know,
where his eye does this weird thing where it like looks in one direction and like, you know, kind of, it's like weird.
What?
It's super creepy. We'll have to rewatch it so you can see that.
No, that's all right. I'm all set with the rewatch.
But
saw it once.
But he was able to do that on his own, so they were like, "Oh, we don't need to use CGI anymore. We'll just let you do that."
Well,
thing.
I mean, there was some CGI. I mean, the fucking alien.
Oh no,
mouth
of course.
Okay,
let's talk about that for a minute because
should we tell them spoilers involved in this?
I mean, first of all, if you watch
one of our reviews, there's going to be spoilers.
You should just stop watching or plug your ears or something, you know. But okay, you remember the original?
Plug your ears in your eyes.
Wait, plug your ears and cover your eyes. Jeez,
we'll figure it out.
I can't talk. Anyways,
it's okay.
But you remember, you know, the original It?
Yes.
His teeth, you know, still just as creepy.
Yeah, he had but that was like more, I mean, he didn't have CGI in 89.
Right, but it just looked like gross and scary.
They look like vampire teeth.
They look like a bunch of vampire teeth, whatever. Versus this version where it's like multiple rows.
It looks like Alien. It was like the alien
the weird
mouth
thing that he does and whatnot. But also, when you think about the original It, right?
Right.
Look at the costuming too. Like the mouth aside, you know, like the red hair, the white face, you know, the big forehead. His costume was like typical clown costume.
Looked like Bozo.
Yeah, he looked like Bozo the clown.
Just like Bozo
until he opens his mouth and you're like, you know?
Right.
Versus the new one where his costume's a little bit darker, you know?
Well, he was more Victorian looking in this. He was very vintagey. Like, he was very like, I'm from the 1600s, the dancing clown.
I like how you mentioned that too, because another thing with Skarsgård playing Pennywise, he like worked with a contortionist to like help him, you know.
He was very puppety.
He was like a puppet, and like the way he moved.
Yes.
You know, so I thought that was very interesting. You know what's funny? Since we're talking about Bill Skarsgård right now, he was like so mentally messed up from doing the film. He wasn't even sure if he would do the sequel, which, spoiler alert, clearly
there's obviously going to be a franchise.
There's obviously going to be a sequel.
It's gonna be
because you remember the miniseries. You know, they're kids, and then they deal with him again when he's older.
Yeah, they get older.
They're older because 27
years
anybody
later.
has read the book or knows the story of it, for that matter.
He comes around every 20. He eats kids for a summer.
Mm-hmm. Which brings us to this week's deadly sin.
What is it, Cruz?
Gluttony.
Gluttony.
Yeah, because think about it. He feeds on all these children.
Right.
And, you know...
And he overdoes it, and that's pretty much the demise of Pennywise.
But...
See what I did there?
Oh, I like what you did there. But is it really the demise of Pennywise?
In the movie it is, in the first one. I mean, it's the demise enough. Oh, man. What'd you think of the acting in it? I mean, Skarsgård was... So I could see Skarsgård now as the Joker.
Okay, we did mention that in another video,
We did mention that.
Yeah, you know what? It's really interesting. After having seen his portrayal of Pennywise in this film, I really feel like he could pull off. He could totally pull off playing the Joker in the original film.
100%.
Absolutely. Obviously he's creepy as fuck. He was creepy as fuck. Like everything about his portrayal was amazing. His acting was great. The children, though, if we want to talk about the children acting in this movie, I thought the kids were like...
I thought they were pretty good.
They were pretty fucking good.
They were pretty good.
Because if you think about
I've only seen one of those kids before, and it's the kid from Stranger Things.
Which is also funny, because I feel like this remake, you know, especially compared to the original, I know we keep comparing the two.
Right.
It was very Stranger Things-ish.
It reminded me of Goonies in the end.
Exactly. You know, when it got
it was so 80s. First of all, I love nostalgia.
Well,
I mean, obviously, look at our podcast.
Exactly.
Look at our channel.
Exactly.
And you'll see that we love 80s stuff. So for it to be set in the 80s, I thought was brilliant.
Cool. With another interesting fact about that too, when you look at the original the miniseries, it takes place in the 50s or the 60s or whatever, when they're kids. And then when it comes back, then they're in the 80s, which is funny because it was like 1989 back then. And then now, here we are 27 years later. So right? Now... Did I do the math right?
You really did. Because it was 89, 90, they said in the movie.
Yeah. And then here we are, 2017. So they wanted the first one to take place kind of in the 80s, and then, of course...
The second one's going to be now.
When they do the second one, when they're older...
Wow.
Exactly. But yeah, back to the kids acting, though. One thing I noticed, you know, like, you could tell that it wasn't like they were acting. It was kind of like, that's how kids are. You know, the way they talk
Yeah, they were so childish.
Yeah, very childish, especially, you know, the kid with the Coke bottle lenses. Yeah. The one who played...
I love that kid. Finn. His name's Finn. His real name is Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah, and he plays Richie. He plays Richie,
and he's the one in Stranger Things. He's so funny in this movie.
Yeah, he's hilarious because some of the things that comes out of his mouth, you're like, really? Because I'm trying to think of how old they are. They've got to be like
probably 14.
13, 14, right?
Yeah, 14. I would say 14.
I think the girl who played Beverly.
Beverly was really good.
She was probably the best out of that.
She was probably the best actor.
Yeah.
The stuttering kid was good. If he didn't have he has a real stutter or no?
I don't know. What have we seen him
If he doesn't have a real stutter, then he was great. But if he really did stutter, then he was all right.
They were like, oh, well, this kid's perfect.
Yeah, they're like, this guy's perfect. Did the kid stutter in the original?
Yeah.
He did, right?
I think he stutters in the book.
So maybe
actually, he does. He stutters in the book because... I mean, I don't want to get too in-depth here, especially this might be too much for people watching right now.
Too much for me right now.
But in the book, there's actually, because, again, I don't want to give too much away. There's a part in the book.
You've already given away the whole movie.
Well, there's stuff that we haven't even seen yet because they haven't portrayed it in. Well, I think maybe in the original.
Are you spoiling future movies? Is that what you're trying to do?
No, I'm saying his stutter is in the book because there's a part where, in order to defeat Pennywise, he has to say something, some kind of phrase or whatever, and it only works when...
Like a magic phrase?
Yeah, like a magic phrase. There's some... they don't really show or explain where Pennywise comes from.
They didn't explain the origin, that's right. They did not.
Yeah, so I think we're going to see more of that later.
They showed him in previous iterations.
Right.
You know, they did show that, in a lot of those scenes. You know what's crazy about this movie? So I was reading some facts about this movie. Okay? And this movie... was the YouTube most viewed single day trailer of all time. It beat Rogue One. It beat Star Wars, which to me blows my mind.
That blows my mind because also being
it's Star
Wars nerd. I remember when Rogue One did come out, everybody was all over that. So I did not know that
It's the most viewed same-day trailer of all time.
Wow.
Yeah, and then also it is the #1 movie of all time, horror movie.
Okay.
For pre-sale tickets.
Wow.
Which is pretty crazy.
That's pretty crazy, actually.
So this movie had a lot of hype around it. I would never have guessed this movie would have that much hype. I didn't think it was that big.
Well, I mean, I could kind of see why. Stephen King, first of all, right?
Yeah, but look
Stephen
at Dark
King.
Tower. Sorry, Steve. Can't all be hits.
But I mean, I guess because, you know, the
I think
last
it's
one.
just because horror is like such a hot thing right now.
It's not a hot thing right now. It's a hot thing in general. I mean, a lot of people hate on horror. I mean, you don't like horror, whatever.
I respect it for what it is.
Fan, but I feel like it's kind of getting, you know, the recognition that it deserves, I guess. Because, I mean, I think...
Okay. All right. The recognition it deserves.
Come on, it's an 8 on IMDb, man.
It is. And it's got like an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. That's pretty rare for a horror film.
You go to IMDb for ratings. We talked about this already. What's your star rating? What's your star rating, Annie?
All right, fine.
No, but Rotten Tomatoes, which is a legitimate source, 85%. So I gotta respect that.
Yeah, 85%. That's pretty good.
You know?
That's
and
pretty
I mean, it's
good.
breaking all kinds of box office records.
It is. It
like
really
people
is.
are talking about this movie.
Yeah, I wonder how well Mother's gonna do.
I'll tell you what's gonna be terrible is this Halloween. We live in Hollywood. Do you know how many clowns are gonna be walking around? I can't even fucking think about this right now. I'm having a conniption right now.
Clowns walking around.
We live right on Hollywood Boulevard. There's gonna be millions of clowns because you know this is gonna be the hot. This is gonna be the new Harley Quinn and fucking Joker.
Actually, you know what? We're gonna be going to Comic-Cons, and there's gonna be a shit ton of Pennywise costumes. I bet you, like the one from this adaptation, anyways. You know what I mean?
Of course, and this is the creepier one.
Because, like, when was the last time I saw a Pennywise cosplay in general? Never, because it's, you know, it's been how many, almost 30 years since the miniseries on
27
TV.
years.
So it's like
It's been 27 years, and now he's back.
I already know for a fact, you know, any convention that's coming up, there's probably going to be a lot of the version from this one, the Bill Skarsgård version of Pennywise. But speaking of being in Hollywood, though, you know what's just down the street, Steven?
Oh, no. No. I know what you're talking about, and we're not going.
Oh, it's the It House, and we're going.
They built the house from It, and it's like 6 blocks from here, and you go inside, and I saw the inside of the house in the movie. I have no desire to see the inside of the house with my own 2 eyes in real life at all.
So you wouldn't even be curious
to
go in there and like help your friends. You know how in the movie all the kids were like, "Are you coming or what?" They had balls, man.
My friends wouldn't go into that house. Okay, you would go into that house.
I totally would. No.
Well, I would not. I'm just
because I'm curious.
And what happened to the cat that was curious? It was killed.
No. Yeah. No.
Curiosity killed the cat. That's a real thing. So we're not going to the It House. So don't expect anything from there.
Rude.
What? How is it rude?
No, we're going.
We're not going.
What'd you say, Steve?
I said I wouldn't go in here if you paid me.
But why not?
Because this. How much do you think the kid in the fucking yellow jacket gets paid?
Why, you want to be the kid in the yellow jacket?
I would not want to be the kid in the yellow jacket.
I think Steve wants to be the kid in the yellow jacket.
We're not gonna go. We're not. I went to see the movie. That was enough. Listen, I'm going to see these fucking horror movies. You know I hate this stuff, and I'm doing this for you, the loyal viewers out there. So, Cruz, what do you think of this movie? What was your rating?
I would give it 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
I liked it. I loved it.
I wasn't that much of a fan.
I liked it a lot, actually. I honestly went in the theater unsure of like how I would feel about it, you know, as we all do with remakes, right, and whatnot.
You were so excited to go see this movie.
It really was, but mostly because
Did it live up
of
to your
dragging you. Oh,
or was it just more of a torture thing?
Little column A, little column B.
I'd give it like a 3.5. 3.5 out of 5.
I understand why.
Well, you know, it's just not my cup of tea, but I did respect the cinematography. I thought the acting was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, so the horror aspect aside, you can appreciate.
I don't know. The ending got a little cheesy for me.
You know, speaking of the ending.
Are we really just gonna ruin this movie completely?
No. I actually want to. Can I just do one more fun fact?
Sure.
Okay. So, do you remember, again, spoilers, in the film where they're finally out of the sewer and they do a blood pack?
Yeah, that was gross too. They
were like, but they were
in the 80s when like
to
AIDS was very prevalent.
To explain though, they were like, yeah, you know, if it comes back in 27 years, you know, we all have to fight together.
Yeah, we're all gonna...
So they decided, let's blood pack, whatever.
Kids.
You know what's in the book that thankfully they did not put in any of the adaptations on screen. So what really happened was, so you know when they're down there and they're fighting him and stuff, they get lost in the sewer and they can't find a way out.
You're talking about the book or the movie?
I'm talking about in the book.
Okay.
So because you know in the movie, all of a
got
sudden
out.
they got out.
Well,
in the book, they're stuck down there after defeating him, right? They're stuck down there and they can't find a way out. And then Beverly, the only girl in the group,
right?
She decides, well, we need to kind of unite as one. And I think the best way to do that is to take away your virginity. So
wait, what?
Yeah. It's in the book. Like
that's her idea.
That's her idea. She's like, we need to unite as one, something like that, something weird like that. And then they end up having some really weird sewer orgy, I guess you could call it.
These kids?
And then somehow,
how the hell does that happen?
I don't know, ask Stephen King.
Okay, so if I got lost somewhere and I'm with somebody, I'm like, you know what? Maybe if we just have sex, we can find a way out of this thing.
I don't know.
And is that how they find their way out? Does it work?
Honestly, I can't remember. I just know that that's what happened, and then all of a sudden they magically get out of there somehow.
That's clearly
but
in
a lot of
the Dark Tower side of
Stephen King. A lot of people were kind of like, I hope they don't put that in the movie, because they obviously didn't put it, in the old version, the miniseries.
The movie was long enough. It was like 2.5 hours.
It was pretty long. I will say that the movie was pretty long.
It kind of dragged. That's the only reason I gave it 3 out of 5. Yeah, 3.5, because it was long, man. Like, some of the stuff they could have cut out. There was a lot of stuff in that house that could have been cut. And a lot of stuff in the suit. Like, it was just, I don't know, man, it was very repetitive.
I guess there was some things that they could have, that was kind of unnecessary.
It was losing the scare factor even for me.
Well,
apparently out of the 72 times.
Well, there you have it, folks.
So
that's it. We have 6 more weeks after this one.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah. Cannot wait. What's next?
Oh wait, no. It's 6 weeks now. We have 5 weeks after.
What's next after this?
Oh.
What?
Should I say it?
Should we give it away?
I'm
actually excited about this one.
Okay, so
I'm really excited. It's one of my favorite directors.
What I'm more curious to see is if it will outdo this next film that we're gonna see, Mother.
I think it will. I mean,
you think it will outdo?
It's the biggest grossing horror movie of all time, and Mother's gonna be like Darren Aronofsky's weird. But he's never been like a big mainstream hit guy. I mean, not a lot of people have seen like. I mean, I love Darren Aronofsky. We'll save all this for the Mother review.
Yeah,
I'm really excited.
I gave it away, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what sin that one will fulfill.
I know sin this is fulfilling right now for me.
Are you hungry?
Starving.
All right, let's go eat.
Guys, thanks for watching, and remember, keep it 88.